Hello, people of YouTube. Today, as you can see, I'm thinking of doing a flower artwork. This is something I've painted before with oil, so I don't know how it's gonna go because I'm using acrylic gouache. So let's see. I think I'm just going to outline. I'm just gonna outline everything. I think pink or purple would be a nice color to do that with. So let's go with a little bit of purple. I don't have the pastel set yet, so once I get that, it'll be easier for me to do my paintings because I like colors that are light and bright. Okay, so I have my pink and I have my purple. Okay, how I'm gonna do this. It's not gonna be exact. I'm not the kind of person who's gonna be so exact about my art. And I think now the style is to make the pieces look more loose. Oh, by the way, I really like this paper. It, with the paint, I think both are great. I got this at a local store. The paper is called Fabriano. So yeah, if you're interested, you can search it up. Okay, I'm slowly doing it. And then there's a leaf here. To be honest, my favorite color would be teal turquoise. So I might incorporate that into the artwork where there are cool tones. It's actually really late now here in Singapore, but I find that I tend to work really well at night when it comes to my art, even though I'm not. I wouldn't consider myself a night owl, honestly. I hope it's in frame. Oh, it's not totally in frame. We'll just have to make do with that. And I'll do the blob first. One blob. I don't think I have enough space, but that's okay. Because I'm filling up the page. Yeah. It's not going to be exactly the same. And that's totally okay. I've seen lots of people paint flowers on Instagram, and it's very calming the way they do it, but for me, I do it my own way. Yep. I think I'm missing a few petals here. I'm not too fussed about it, though I will add it in. I think it's more of the color blending which I am more interested in. And the palette's really messy, but that's okay. I think with the acrylic gouache, it's not water soluble after it dries, so hopefully it's not, and that shouldn't be a problem. Okay, I think some highlights are gonna go here. Okay. And here. I can always cover it up if I'm not happy with the blue. It's looking a bit muddy at this point. With oil, I always cheat. I always blend it on the canvas. But with acrylic gouache, you have to be more disciplined. Okay. And then a blue that is so pale, that's almost white, can go on here. I kind of regretted letting my teacher decide the background for me, because the background was initially white and then it was not, so it was brown. She wanted some dark colors, but personally for me, I'm not really into darker colors. I like this set. I have a set of, how many do I have? Is it 12? Oh my gosh. I think it's about 12. The color that's missing is pink, because pink is going to make the color pop. So I'm kind of wishing I had a vibrant, not neon, but something that is not as dull as the red. Okay, this one's supposed to be brown, but I'm gonna fix it with dark purple. I guess I should talk about something interesting as I'm filming. What is interesting? I think growing up I was the only kid in my class that actually wanted to learn art, and I think because art is not such a common thing in Singapore, it's getting better now, but I would say there's still this idea that art is not like a real job. And I'm pretty sure that's not just happening in Singapore, but you get what I mean. Okay. I think because I don't have the pink, I'm gonna play around with the yellow to get an orange. Maybe I'll just do a version of the flower instead of trying to replicate it. was I talking about? I can't remember. Oh, doing art in Singapore. I mean, I would say it's definitely getting better, but my personal experience was that my parents, one of my parents, wouldn't feel comfortable that I was wanting to pursue art. And okay, basically it was my mom, and I hope she doesn't mind me talking about this on YouTube, but like, she was only fine after I got my degree, and by then I didn't really see a point in having like a formal education for art. And I think why art means a lot to me is because I struggled communicating my needs when I was in school. I wouldn't say I was bullied, but I think it was close to bullying. It was very indirect. It was very like people not talking to me, but they're not exactly doing anything mean to me. And I'm not sure if it was in my head. It's so long ago that I don't really recall what happened. But anyways, I hope you don't mind me going off on tangents here because I just want my video to flow. So if you're not someone who goes with the flow, you might get a bit annoyed at my talking. But anyways, what was I trying to say? I think for me, I forgot about my art for a while when I went to Australia. And then towards the end of graduation, I wanted to study graphic design. So in my last year in uni, I did study graphic design, and again that was a hurdle to communicate to my mom about why I wanted to do it. I mean, she has her own reasons, which I can understand, but for the longest time, it felt like every time I talked to her, it was always be a no, but she wouldn't say no directly. She would just say lots of buts and ifs, and that's pretty demoralizing for a young person. But right now she's super supportive of what I do. Yeah, she's changed. But of course, this is still not a conventional path, especially for an Asian. So it can be overwhelming at times. Like, it's like the idea that, the Asian parent expects you to be good at piano, for example, but then when you actually want to use it as a career, that becomes a problem. I don't want to sound like I'm complaining too much, but that was really my experience growing up. And I can see why, parents are worried, because now that I'm an adult, although I'm fun employed at the moment, it's like you realize that money does matter. It's not everything, but you do need money to survive. So I've turned off the image in my phone, and I'm just going about this piece with how I feel it should be. I think I want to try incorporating the darker green with a bit of white. I'm a bit worried about my white finishing, and I haven't found the white being sold by itself, so that's a bit worrying. I hope I will be able to find this white one soon, because for me, I'm pretty fast when I work with art, and I know what I want when it comes to my creativity. Oh, I love this green. Okay, this was a good choice. Oh, that looks so nice. This is what I'm talking about. Like, I like the vibrant colors, so I really can't wait for my set to arrive, the pastel set. Oh my god, I'm so in love with this green. Okay, I'm gonna put it more. More makes me happy. If I have to hold back, or if I'm told to hold back, kind of feel like I will start to doubt myself. And I have doubted myself a lot in the past. As time passes, I've learned that everything is just an opinion and not a fact. I didn't think I was a weak person before. Not like weak, but you know what I mean. But as I reflect on past experiences, I realize that I'm quite easily influenced by other people and what other people want. So I tend to keep things to myself now, just because I want to live the life that I want to live and not what other people want out of me. And especially in Asian culture, like, hierarchy is a big thing, and listening to people who are older is important. So there's a lot to navigate there. I looked back on my video with the seashell, and I realized that actually if I just stick to the blue and I don't add too many warm colors, it actually could look cohesive as well. Because I keep thinking that I have to mix everything together, but maybe I can pull back on certain things. Okay, I definitely need the yellow now. Yellow. I think the difference with acrylic and acrylic gouache is with acrylic paint you can peel off the paint when it's dried on your palette. And it's so satisfying. Okay, that was a really random thought. I'm really enjoying filming this video. These videos, oh my god, my brain. I'm really enjoying it, and like, I think it's nice that people can see that art takes time and how it's done. So much blue is looking more like cabbage rather than a flower. That's okay. Sometimes art is really a trust the process kind of thing. I think it looks a lot nicer on camera because it's more exposed. But in real life, the actual painting is quite quite different. Okay, I don't really know how to add more layers on top. I think it's looking okay, but when I look at the camera it looks fine, but when I look at the sketch it's not exactly where I want it to be. I could add more detail, but I'm just not sure where or how. I think it's looking good, honestly. Yeah, so I hope this video has been relaxing for you, or like a good background noise, because that's what I want you to feel when you're watching these paint with me videos. This painting is supposed to be fun and relaxing anyways, so I think I'm getting a hang of blending it. I want to add something to that because it's looking a bit too solid, but that's a very dark red. It's a very dark red. I think add that here, here. Okay, that's the flower done, and I hope you enjoyed this video, and I will see you in my next one. Where's the button?